Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And we all know that communication is key to for every relationship to work, or even in the business area. Communication is really important. It plays a great role in building up a relationship, and also in the sales industry. For you to win a customer or a client, you need to have great communication skills. And so in this video, I'm going to be discussing about how the act of mastering effective communication, because so many people don't know how to pass the message effectively. And the effectiveness of every communication is how you're able to pass across that information and how effectively you pass that information. So these are some of the ways that you can master an effective communication. Since I want to expound on the act of mastering communication, I'm going to section different videos for different things and get into deeper details about regarding different things. And for every communication, when you're communicating, you have to ensure that the way you're passing your message across, people tend to understand what you're saying. You're just not communicating, but you put across your message in an effective way. There are various types of communication. There is interpersonal communication, the communication that you have with yourself, and there's this other communication whereby you speak with other people. So number one, when you're speaking, you need to slow down. You need to slow down, because once you slow down, your tone changes. And so when you slow down in your communication, your tone becomes gentle. And powerful people use this, because once you use a slower tone and your tone is gentle, and it just attracts someone and people tend to pay attention. And women are so much into the way you're passing your message, the tone that you're using, because once you start speaking to someone in a high tone, you're going to hurt them, most especially the ladies. So you have to observe your tone and the way you are talking. Just slow down and the tone will automatically be gentle, and you'll capture the person that you're talking to and you'll not hurt them. Then number two, body language. 55% of your communication is based on body language, and an effective communication is synchronized, whereby there is the tone that you're using, the words, and the body language. So when you're speaking to someone, turn to them and look at them and pay attention to them. When you're looking at the person, like you face them, they feel like you're paying so much attention to them. So your body language matters. You're not there, like when a lady is speaking to you, you're there with your phone, you're not paying attention to them, and this is going to hurt them, and this might bring so much this will result to a problem in your relationship, because you're not paying attention. For a relationship to work, most especially with the ladies, you have to face them and you have to listen. Like, you pay attention. Don't watch and just say that you're concentrating, because ladies are they are so much in tune with you giving them their attention. They need your attention. So body language is key. And then the next point is that understand the person that you are relating with, because you might treat someone or communicate with someone in a certain way, and maybe their personality doesn't align with the way you're going to communicate with them. And so for this one, I think I'll make a video regarding the types of conversations that there is and how they are connected with different peoples, because you have to understand. Don't communicate to a person and treat them the way you would treat yourself. Remember that the world is filled with different kind of people, and different people have different personalities, and they react to different things in different ways. So don't treat people the same way you will treat yourself, or the same way you want yourself to be treated while conversing with them. Number 4 is having a balanced dialogue. The conversation should not be monopolized. Like, every party should be given their own time whereby they speak, and then you're quiet and listening, and then you'll speak, and then they'll listen, and then you'll have a healthy 10 to 15% period whereby you have some silence. And the problem comes in where you're clashing over the other person conversation, like you're speaking over the other person conversation, and you're not waiting for them to pass across the message that they want to. So there'll be no listening, there'll be no communication, and this will be a sign of a huge problem. So it's important to give the other person some time for them to speak up and pass the message across that they want to pass, and give them the adequate time. Then point number 5, for a successful communication, learn to ask question. Don't assume. If at all a point has not, like, you've not understood what they were trying to mean, learn to ask a question and ask them, what do you mean? What exactly do you mean? And then listen carefully. Don't just assume. Like, if at all the message hasn't synced, please learn to ask questions. And if you are that kind of a person who is so shy to carry out a conversation, learn to ask questions and then listen. And the more you give someone space or time to talk, and the more you encourage them to talk, the more they like you. And seek to understand first than to be understood. Encourage someone to continually speak. Then the next point is learn to agree and acknowledge. When someone is speaking to you, be like, yeah, okay, so what happened? Yeah, like, they'll see like you're paying attention and you're listening, and they'll be more encouraged to speak to you, and they feel confident while they are conversing, because they feel like, oh, this conversation is becoming interesting, and this person is really interested in what I'm speaking about. So be like, yeah, okay, and that shows like you're paying so much attention to the conversation, and the person that you're speaking to, their self-esteem will even be boosted. They will want to talk to you more and more. And don't be a passive listener. Be an active listener, and be there while you're being spoken to. Listening attentively is the next thing. Because if you genuinely care about someone and you care about them, you'll want to listen to them. And when two people are conversing and each of them is listening, the bond between them grows so much, and they become so happy. They are so happy about them and about their relationship, and this builds them up rather than breaking them apart, because no one is speaking over the other one, and they are both listening, and they are both giving each other time for the other person to talk, and this other one listens. And also self-esteem is built up when someone realizes that you're giving them time to express themselves. Their self-esteem grows so much, and they want to talk to you more and more, because you make them feel good. You make them feel so good about themselves. Paraphrasing is another key thing that you need to involve while you're communicating. So when a person speaks to you, listen attentively and understand the message that they are saying, and then you'll be like, okay, wait, so you're trying to tell me, like, then you put those words that they've said. This shows that you really want to understand their thoughts, and that you're really paying attention. And once they see this, they'll start to open up, and they start making the progress of communicating to you more and more. So yeah, paraphrase, and be very attentive, and think before you start paraphrasing, so that you cannot paraphrase what they never said. So, and even this is going to push you to be very attentive. You as the listener, it's going to make you listen more intently, and the person will feel like you're really making the effort to understand my message. And so this kind of people, these realtors, they base their decisions. They can only make a decision until the other person approves. Yeah, so the way to go about communication with this kind of a person is that you have to be friendly, you have to be easygoing, you have to just be patient, because they need time to go and consult the other person until they arrive to their desired goal. So once you start being so pushy, the your conversation will not make sense to them. They are very reserved, they are so quiet, and they base their decisions on other people. Yeah, and that is it for the realtors. And then the second people are